Hey, what the frig is brackin' YouTube? It's your boy Young Doe, and today we got a pretty interesting video. And by interesting, I mean it's filled with me being a bot, a lot of painful deaths, but some juicy revenge and sweet redemption. A little bit of NASCAR off-roading, more of me being a bot, an epic attempt at a rescue, some bounty hunting, demonstrations of the clutch gene. But more importantly, there are about like 4 times this video where me and my squad probably should have died. Like at one point we were faced with an RPG, and you guys will see. Stay tuned for the end because it is pretty epic. But today is May 7th, 2020, and you know what that means. We've been in quarantine essentially for, I don't know, 2 months, and I don't know when you're watching this, but it could be ancient times, and I got a lot on my mind. So as of the beginning of May, the total amount of people that have been hit with this gosh darn disease is 3.8 million people. Luckily, only 269,000 deaths, and it's in 187 countries and regions. And we are at the top of it all, people. The United States. We are the problem. We have 2 million almost. Actually, not even close to 2 million, 1.2 million. But the next closest country is Spain with 220,000 people. This is effed up, man. I think we all know that at this point it's past a pandemic. And I've got to be honest, like at the beginning, we were all like, this isn't a very big deal, me included. But there are still people that think that. And it's really only people in the United States. Like, it's not just Florida either. And I'm not talking about the people that are going and having a couple beers with their friends or going on a camping trip with their friends and spending time with their friends. No, it's the people that are literally going and protesting the fact that they can't leave their homes. Like, bruh, you can leave your home, just don't go out and spend your time in a large group of people. Like, you're no better than Ted Bundy. And they say, oh no, you can't take away our rights to leave the house. We reserve the right to party. And yeah, you know what? We do all have the right to leave our house right now. But I also have the right to go out in the middle of Compton and scream the N-word, but you don't see me trying to kill myself. And you've all seen the videos of and memes of Karens and Chads in Florida on spring break in Miami, like, I'm here to get wasted with Shelby, and no virus is gonna stop me. And yeah, I get it. The virus hit like right during the middle of spring break, and a lot of people were disappointed. And it's like, yeah, I know, but the virus isn't just gonna pick and choose what time to hit. That's best for humanity. And I get it. I really do get it, because I lost pretty much the best part of senior year and the best part of high school. And it really did hit the class of 2020 the hardest, both college graduates and 5th grade graduates and all graduates of the class of 2020, because it really does suck. Some people lost their entire sports seasons. I played basketball, and unfortunately we got knocked out of the playoffs in the Sweet 16, and the tournament didn't even get to finish. Like, it stopped in the Final Four for the state championship. And girls soccer and golf and boys lacrosse, they all lost their seasons. And the March Madness and all these sports getting canceled. And then finally, Florida or California or whatever decides to like reopen their beaches so that you can walk your dog and go for a jog and take a piss. But then they had to close the beaches after they reopened them because everybody swarmed back there. Like, bruh, why the fuck did you think we closed the beaches in the first place? Jaws isn't real, you pussy. Sharks don't exist. Man, fucking Republican.
Like, I won't go to the beach. You can't tell me I can't go to the beach. I'm going to the beach. You can't say I can't be at beach.
Like, shut up, beach. Untwist your titties. And don't get me wrong, I love the beach too. But the sooner this shit ends, the sooner everything can get back to normal. So please, guys, you don't have to separate yourself from everybody that you know, but at least don't go and protest the fact that you can't be in large crowds. But for real, shout out to all my seniors, man. We had it the hardest, man. 3.5 years of bullshit just so that we can stay home and practice new sex positions. I just don't know what to do anymore, guys. Like, we all thought this shit was gonna go away in like 2 weeks, and it's still freaking here. And even in accordance with my political beliefs, I will say that Donald Trump has not handled this situation very well. But then again, nobody really has. And all this bullcrap about calling Trump a racist for saying, oh, it's the Wuhan coronavirus, and everybody firing shots at him for being a racist, but like this is something that we've known for a while. But really, I don't think it's racist to call it that because like everybody knows the Spanish flu, and there's a lot of other examples that I can't think about right now. But we just call it that, or Trump does, or whatever, because that's where we believed it originated from, which isn't a problem. And now there's a bunch of like stuff in the news about like the Wuhan scientists or whatever like blaming us and shit. Obviously that's not right, but the point is there's not really anybody to blame in this situation. And so we just point our fingers at China because I mean, well, it is China. Racist jokes aside, I don't really think you can give any credit to Trump for how the way he's handling this, but you can't really like blame him. Like I wouldn't really if Obama was in this position or like JFK, like I don't really think they'd handle this that well either. And if this thing carries into November, we all know with the election coming up, either the reins are going to be passed or we're all going to be stuck with this freaking orange peel for the next 4 years. And honestly, I can't fault like Donald Trump for anything that he's done. Like he really hasn't done anything that notable, and that's not like a knock at him. It's just kind of like he just hasn't fucked up yet, and let's hope that stays like that. And like despite the fact that you voted for him or not, like he's just a fucking dick. Like the shit he says, bro. Like no, you don't say that. Like nobody says that. Like imagine just picking your daughter up from high school and then just going over to your best buddy and being like, check it out, yeah. See that dime piece over there, man? That's my daughter. Woo! If we weren't blood related, I'd rail her on every piece of furniture in the freaking White House. That's a direct quote. Look it up. I got it from CNN. And like, yeah, most presidents are D-bags. Like, Bill Clinton got head from some broad in the White House. And Nixon was just a disaster. And Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And the dude that wrote our Constitution electrocuted animals. But whether you want to admit it or not, Trump said some pretty, like, fucked up shit that like isn't really right for anybody in a position of that like power to say. And like yeah, feminists are annoying and everybody knows that, but like the whole misogyny thing with Trump, it's like it's kind of true. But what really ticked me off is what he said about LeBron James. Like this man opened a school for unprivileged kids in Akron that gave them free tuition, free uniforms, a free bicycle and helmet, free transportation within 2 miles, a free breakfast, lunch and snacks, food pantry for the families, GEDs and job placement services for the parents, and guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates, bruh. Like, what the fuck? Why can't I get that shit? Just because I'm white and from Boulder, bruh? Everybody has so much more than me. But then just a day after he opened that school, I shit you not, look this up, Trump tweeted, and I quote, LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. Like, bro, you're the president! I'm scared for our country's future right now because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen in this election. Joe Biden doesn't sound any less like a dick than Trump. And while Trump says dumb shit on purpose to get followers, Joe Biden literally just says dumb shit that he tries to make smart. Like, poor kids should be just as, like, wealthy as white kids. Like, what the fuck, Biden, bruh? And I seriously don't know who to vote for. Like, I usually go on the Democratic side, but like, I might have to vote for Trump. Gosh darn, bro. Can Obama just come out of retirement already like Gronk? And I'm really sad that Bernie dropped out of the election because Biden was going to win, because I really had high hopes for him, but this country really just likes to vote for rich white assholes. And there's not a problem with white assholes, I just prefer mine Brazilian. But Bernie was really gonna bring this country back to the forefront, which is also probably a lie because no president has really kept any of their promises. And I guess Trump promised to put a ban on like Muslims coming into our country, which like he did. So I guess Bush could really learn a lot from Trump. But like, let's face it, no president is like perfect by any means. And like, yeah, Hillary was definitely doing some shady shit behind the scenes, but like, so is every presidential candidate. But like, everybody has a problem with like having a woman in the White House. Like, it's gonna be that time of month and somebody fucked up her dumpling, so she's gonna declare war on Japan or some shit. But in reality, a woman would do just as shitty of a job as a dude. And Hillary got the popular vote over Trump, but Trump won, of course, because of like the Electoral College, which I think is stupid, but what should I know? And that's also happened on many other occasions, but like, Then again, the Electoral College is put there for like some sort of control thing, which is also stupid. So it's got a reason to be there, but it's just fucking stupid. And now I'm just rambling on and on and on, and you're listening to me, and you're probably thinking that I think that I have what it takes to be president. And you know what? You're fucking right. First, I would let all the Mexicans into our country just to piss off the rednecks and have them like, I really wish I could play the actual South Park clip, because that episode's friggin' hilarious, but it's probably copyright, so I can't. The second thing I would do is start the commencement of the first annual purge, because we all know how that worked out for the United States in that movie. I mean, the freaking crime rate was so low. All jokes aside, I think people are still looking for a president that's gonna satisfy everybody's needs, and in reality, that's not gonna happen for like ever. But I just wish for once they gave us an election where we weren't choosing between a dumbbell or a doorknob. That was my political rant, and in conclusion, we're all fucked. But back to this whole coronavirus shenanigans, like, people are really still complaining about, like, this stay-at-home shit, but, like, they don't see how bad other people in other countries have it. Like, can you imagine what it's like to live in the slums right now, or Africa, or, like, anywhere where you're forced to be around a bunch of people? And, like, we have a choice. We have the ability to, like, not have this thing spread, and we just choose to not do that. And when people talk about this virus, they're just like,
I don't understand how it got like that.
It got like that because your dumbass decided to go hoard all of the freaking toilet paper and tortilla chips, and you sneeze on some motherfucker. And I don't know if it's that people don't really believe that this is a big deal, or like they don't think that they'll get it or spread it, which is really stupid because 3 million people have already done that exact thing. And I really hope that isn't the case, but you'd be surprised because the people in this country are like pretty fucking dumb. So please, people, for the greatest country in the world, America, for our liberty and freedom, just stay the fuck home once in a while, and this will all be over with soon, and we can go back to our normal routines. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to the actual Warzone gameplay, but it's getting pretty intense, top 4. I finished the guy off in the storm, and luckily I had a UAV still and a self-revive. I know I was the only one left in my squad, but my boy Nick and the random guy, One Punch Man, like really actually came up clutch this game on like multiple occasions. I assume they got picked off by the guy I'm fighting now because like I just did, and I really could not see him at all. Like, I only had the UAV to help me. And I know what you guys are going to say, like, I know I should have popped shield as soon as I revived myself, but, like, I have no idea what I was doing. Just some dumb bot shit, you know how it goes. And I also know you guys are probably going to give me shit for running MP7, but, like, run MP7. That shit's so good, like, and the AX50 is, like, so powerful. And I think the best strategy to, like, winning Warzone is honestly just, like, dropping port and getting your loadout as soon as possible, like honestly waiting for the first loadout drop, and then like getting recons. Like recons are very important too. But anyway, guys, if at some point you got offended in this video, feel free to suck me off because I really don't care. And I'm sorry about the profanity. Penis. With that being said, guys, if you did happen to agree with at least one thing that I said, feel free to like this video and share it and help grow the channel. If you happen to disagree with anything that I said or just have something to say about the matter, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Beans.